Well, it's summer 2017 in Vancouver. And while the rest of the country is getting caught up in the hoopla of Canada 150, the City of Vancouver is putting a different spin on the anniversary by celebrating a much longer history and heritage on these very lands. This is Canada 150 plus.
When we brought out to Vancouverites the question of what do you want Vancouver to do to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday, the majority of the responses that we got were, we want to focus on our relationship with Indigenous peoples. We want to incorporate Indigenous history and culture and celebration into whatever it is that we do. I think we have a case to turn our 150th celebration into 150 plus.
A lot of people are expressing their concerns that most Canadians have been complacent on these matters when it comes to First Nations issues. That era has to change in order for us to mature and evolve as a society to recognize that 150 isn't much of a celebration for many Indigenous peoples.
We as a city have been working very hard since 2013 to work on reconciliation with Aboriginal peoples and our local First Nations. And this presented a big conundrum for us because 150 has a very deep traumatic and negative meaning for many of our residents, whether they're Aboriginal or not. It was the beginning of a really great harm that was done to people in this land.
Canada wasn't just founded on French and English, that in fact it spans millennia, and that our history is your history, that Canada is very rich with a diversity of First Nations who have mostly been invisible in our own land. So it's time to share our stories, it's time to celebrate our collective history.
But imagine, like, for thousands of years, this is the only place you've ever called home, and you feel invisible here as a culture. So for me, it felt really important to do what we could as a city to help that visibility.
We knew that we wanted to include Indigenous peoples in this conversation and in this effort.
It's really beautiful to feel that we're being validated and included in our own territory, because there's been a history that hasn't been as inclusive. We're pleased, we're happy.
So I think 150 is an opportunity for us to navigate through some of those uncomfortable spaces in order to get to the other side, something where we can truly heal and grow together.
We have to cross this bridge at some time. Why not start this year? And can we put a plus sign after 150 and really make this about a celebration of survival and a celebration of culture, and most of all a celebration of resilience and the people who've been here for well longer than 150 years who are still going strong.
There you have it. It's great to see the City of Reconciliation is actually taking some reconciliation action. And I, for one, am very thankful to be part of the experience. Plus, very proud to be Canadian.